Good morning, welcome to Morning Review. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 2nd of February. Crikey. Okay, dollar first, and Euro's seen a bit more of a continuation through the Asian session here to the upside after a bit of weakish day yesterday. There is the possibility, with the rhetoric coming from Trump and his administration, that we could see a bit more dollar selling as we continue through and continue through the week and maybe even further through. Looking at the euro at the moment, we've already hit the daily pivot. It was a weird old day yesterday. It managed to push on a little bit higher, sold off quite strongly on the at one point, but the Fed report saw the buying coming back through, as it appears that there was no sort of suggestion that there'll be a rate increase when the Fed next meet. So on that basis, we're now sort of sitting there with the potential for these currencies to continue to push on up. So euro at the moment, struggling on this one in terms of seeing an immediate sort of an entry, but there is the potential for it to maybe break these prior highs here. Target wise, it sort of struggles a little bit because it runs into resistance at prior highs quite easy. But if it does get a bit of a wiggle on, maybe we'll see those highs and some, because the pivots are quite pinched on the upside here at the moment. But we could well run into that weekly R2 area. Okay, the pound. Pound's had a good shove up yesterday. Not so much movement at the moment. It's consolidating around the highs here, which it could suggest that we'll just see a move up and a continuation, but it does have an untouched daily pivot below. If it starts selling off, maybe on the break of the 21s, 60 21s, there may be enough mileage in it to get a bit of a trade off that back to the pivot if it gets back that way. The alternative, of course, is a badly drawn trend line there, but a break of that trend line towards the upside. But may just need to watch that first thing, have a look, watch it settle, and if it starts going, maybe on a retrace, looking for that daily R1 and most likely beyond. As in terms of looking at potential beyond now, we're sort of running to look back at the December highs here for some sort of idea. We are on a weekly basis. We're at the moment above the 21 moving average, so gives us some more scope for further upside. Okay, dollar yen. So dollar yen recovered a bit later, and later trading it made a bit more of a recovery. Looks like it could have further downside from where we're sitting here. Struggle in terms of what it was doing yesterday. So look at the shorter time frame. Well, it's already hit the daily pivot S1. Makes it a bit of a difficult trade at the moment, but or entry, but maybe a break on these lows here. Could see us coming down towards yesterday's lows. It's Tuesday's lows, and maybe even to the S2 sort of zone if it continues down in this mode. So it looks like it's got the potential. Aussie dollar had a good shove up through the Asian session on some good data that came out. Trade surplus was really good, which made it obviously has made the big move here. Prices of iron ore and coal have been pushed up, and it's been reflected. So all looks good from that perspective. Whether we'll see a bit of a retrace off the weekly R2, we'll see. Maybe get a bit of a correction off that, but overall it's looking pretty solid from a daily perspective. We're already into the R3 here, which seems to have put the brakes on for now at least. That could, with the normal trading, be broken through at some point, but holding firm at the moment. But a break from there, target wise, maybe going into the weekly R3 if it can push on and continue up that way. And finally, the Canadian dollar. Okay, so been sold off, so pushing further south here. None of these look like they want to come back to their week monthly pivots at the moment, and it's probably no surprise for the rhetoric that's sort of been going around. Now, looking at the shorter term on the Canadian dollar, untouched daily pivots, but I wouldn't be looking for any sort of chase back to those unless it sort of breaks the 21s, in which case it doesn't leave a lot of target there. In fact, any move back to the 21s may be sort of points where you may get reversals, sell points. To the downside, where it's already hit the S1, it leaves us a little in the way of target, but again, we're sort of looking across to Tuesday's sort of trading zone, and would be looking at, well, maybe the lows, the close lows, and the candle low there's at around about 29.69.70 area. So if it does carry on, maybe a break of these lows here would give the green light for more selling. That's pretty much it from a technical point of view. We've got quite a bit of news out today. Construction PMI in the UK, not the major mover, but it will still create some volatility. Following on from that, then we got at 12 o'clock, we got the inflation report, the Bank of Monetary Policy summary, official bank rate, and the voting, all coming out together at 12 o'clock, and then we've got at 12:15, we've got Draghi speaking at 12:30, we've got Carney speaking, so likely to see some volatility after 12 o'clock today. That's pretty much it. Now, there are whispers of, someone was mentioning, of interest rate increases at the moment. As far as I can see, that the official rate is most likely going to be left untouched, but you never know. What we might see is a change in the voting, which could create some volatility and strengthen the pound. That's it for me. Have a great one. Bye for now.